What's up, prospectors? Welcome back out here to the shed. Dick Daddy, your host of Backyard Prospecting. We're still stuck here in quarantine out here in Washington, so it's time for some more pay dirt. Getting cabin fever, man. I got to do something. So, yeah, let's do it. Now, back when we went over to the last gold show a month ago, I picked up a little bit of dirt from a couple places there. There weren't a whole lot of options to pick from, so we got what we could. But what we did wind up getting is some couple bags of dirt from a West Coast mining supply. Now, they don't sell their pay dirt online, but they do sell mining supplies. Their website, westcoastminingsupply.com. You can get yourself metal detectors and accessories, rock tumblers, pans, classifiers, shovels, picks, scoops, dredges, high bankers, books, maps, gift cards, backpacking, survival food. Now these folks are out of Bremerton, up north a little bit. And like I say, you can't get any pay dirt online from them, but you never know. If you buy some gear from them, maybe you can talk them into throwing a bag in your shipment for a little bit of extra. I picked these up at the gold show, like I said, $10 a piece. We got two of them. We're going to go through them both here today. I'm just going to go ahead and combine the two into one, and then you can call the gold a split between the two. We'll call it even. We'll take an average. Now, first things first, usually we look at packaging. Since I picked these up in person, I'm not worrying too much about shipping. They are just in little regular Ziploc baggies. The top end is not taped shut, so only the zipper is holding these things together. But again, these were picked up in person firsthand at a gold show, so whatever. The dirt itself does look a little bit wet, so we're probably going to have to do a little bit of wet classifying to get it all through the classifiers. Just looking at the dirt right off the bat, I don't know if you can see it, but I definitely see some gold in there. So I can say for sure, absolutely, we're going to get a little bit of gold back here today. How much is yet to be seen. There's only 2 flakes on the outside that I can see, but who knows? Oh, there's another piece. Who knows what's hiding inside? Well, this is a good sign. If I'm already seeing it, then hopefully these bags are just loaded with gold, and we're going to have a great time going through it. So $10 a piece. Let's bust out some classifiers, sort this out, see what we got. All right, got our gear ready to go here. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to do a wet classifying on this, and looking at the dirt, it's all sand, so that's just small particulates. So I'm going to start with a 10 mesh, go through the 20 mesh, and then whatever drops from there is going to go into the bucket. And then we'll see what we got from there. So, like I say, I'm going to do these both at the same time. Try not to, let's get out the miner's claw here. That way I don't have to worry about slicing the bag. There we go. All right. Now, yeah, definitely wet. It was sold to me as just pay dirt, no weight amount, I don't think. Well, actually, no, it is listed as 1 pound, and I'm curious, since it wound up being wet dirt, if what we got was 1 pound, or if they gave me 1 pound of wet dirt. So we're all zeroed out. Let's be fair, zero it. See. Now, I wasn't even going to notice this, but like I say, it does say 1 pound on the bag. So let's see what we wound up with. Well, that's 1 pound of wet dirt. So definitely not 1 pound of pay dirt. Again, just a little bit over a pound of wet dirt. And that's really important to keep in mind. Wet dirt is a lot heavier than dry dirt. The wet pretty much doubles the weight. So this is really about a ½ pound worth of dirt, which is a little bit disappointing. Pacific Northwest Paydirt is what it's called, but it's a pound of wet dirt which means it's not actually a pound of dirt. So either way, we're going to wet it up here a little bit more. I could dry it out and see how much it weighs up then, but honestly, I'm just not that invested. What I am invested in is getting the dirt out of this $10 baggie of dirt. A little bit of water. Shake it out the bag. Alright, that took a little bit longer than I was expecting. This was some really dirty pay dirt. Dirty pay dirt. But we got through it all. We got it all classified out. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, what we got now. Because this dirt is wet, and I'm very confident that it's natural pay dirt from the Pacific Northwest, I'm almost reluctant to even bother with the magnet. I'll try a little bit on the lightest of the dirt just to see. And unfortunately, it's really too muddy to pull it. Oh, no, never mind. I was able to get some out of there. So bear in mind, it's still wet dirt, but there's definitely some magnetics in there, some natural maggies. I'll drop that back in. The next classification up, sure enough, we'll have some as well. But I'm not going to go through each one. There is some magnetite there. The dirt's wet, though, so it's going to make it hard to really separate that outside of the processing. So I'm not going to. We're just going to go with it. But there is definitely some in there. Now, I did take a little bit of extra time after classifying it to get a lot of the mud and the organics out of it. There are still a lot of organic particulate in here, as well as a lot of, once the water hits it, you see it's really murky. Let me angle this down a little bit so you can see it better. Really murky water. It's going to dirty up your water pretty well, so you're going to have to clean out once you're done. So I tried to get a lot of this off of there as much as I could, but you can only do so much. As you can see, there's still a lot of organics in there. Now, I already poured off as much as, well, I guess not as much as I could, but quite a bit. And we still got a lot of organics floating around in the little stuff. Still a lot of organics in the medium. And as well in the large organics there as well. So see a little sprouting up in the dirt. Must have been a seed of something in the dirt when it got backed up. So anyways, that's the dirt that we got. It's $20 worth, two $10 1 pound baggies. 10 pound baggies that aren't quite, or 1 pound baggies that weren't quite 1 pound, because they were definitely wet. So groovy. Anyways, let me get set up here and get the sluice fired up, and then we're gonna see what we got. All right, so let's plug the sluice in. A little bit of water flowing here. Make sure everything is lined up the way I want it to be. Box is looking good. Flow is looking good. All right. So as always, we're going to start with the big stuff, work our way down, and see how it flows through the sluice. See how it muckies up my water. Exciting. So let's grab our shovel and go to it. A little more organics in there. All right. I'm going to have to change my water once again once we're done here. Now just kind of looking through the dirt, nothing special in there, no add-ins, no treasures, just sand, crunched up dirt. First scoop going in. Alright, well this is where I speed things along so nobody falls asleep. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, we're just going to pan it out a little bit here. Give you a sneak peek at what the cleaned up gold looks like. Those pieces that are running away. Get the fine sparklies separated from the not so fine sparklies, and again, make sure nobody runs off. So, there we are. There's some gold, baby. Alright, well let me get this all cleaned out. Sucked up, dried up, yada yada yada. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Got the scale out, ready to roll. I'm going to get my gold. It's nice and chill, ready to be weighed up. And alright, got it set to grams, and let's see what we got. couple little itty bitty teeny weeny flakes still in there. It's not gonna, probably not gonna shift the weight at all. There you have it. 0.242 grams of gold. About just a hair under a quarter gram of gold between the two. $20 bag. Well, it's two $10 bags, so we'll say 1.21 per bag on average. Quarter gram between the two. Not too shabby. So I'm going to pause right here. We'll be back right in a moment with my final words and some ROI. All right, so how about that? West Coast Mining Supply. Preview Paydirt. We'll call it Preview Paydirt. It's Playdirt. Just something that they throw together for the mining gold shows and stuff. Not anything you can get online. Like I say, you might be able to talk them into sending you some if you buy something else. But let's talk about the dirt. The dirt was wet. It was written down as a pound, but it was wet dirt, so it was not a pound. We paid for some water in there. But I'm not going to hold that against them too much. It's not a big deal. You know, these could have been marked as a half-pound bag. It's a $10 bag. I would have been fine with it so long as the gold was a fair amount. And I think it was. For $10, you know, you got 0.12, a tenth, just a hair over a tenth of a gram. So what's a gram going for? 45. We're going to say 45 because we don't do it at 24 karat. So 45, tenth of that, $4, $4.25, $4.50, somewhere in there. Which is, you know, we'll call that a 45% ROI per bag. It's not too bad. It's actually pretty darn good. There was no additional treasures or finds in the dirt that I was able to see. Nothing really jumped out at me aside from the gold. So this was just straight gold on this bag, and you got about a tenth of a gram, which tracks with the general amount that you usually will get with a $10 bag, about a tenth of a gram. So all is well there. The dirt itself was pretty cool to go through. Be a quick test pan, you know, for you to play with your new material or new gear. All in all, I think I had a good time going through it, and I think anybody who picked this up would have a good time going through it. The ROI is pretty decent, 45-50%-ish. And overall, I think it's a good purchase. Unfortunately, like I was saying, you can't just go and order it, but if you do happen to be here up at a Washington State Gold show anytime soon, if there is one anytime soon, depending on how all this pandemic shit goes down, I would say stop by the booth, grab yourself a bag, and check it out. It's only $10. You know, you could get a lot more or a lot less for a lot more on Amazon or eBay or somewhere online. So if you happen to be at a show and you want to grab a little bit of dirt, I would say go ahead and grab yourself a bag from West Coast Mining Supply. I think you'll enjoy it. Otherwise, you want to probably hit up Wes and Kevin to see, you know, if you're looking for any gear. Like I say, they have all sorts of gear available on their website, so you should go check that out. Support your local prospecting shop. These guys are up here in Bremerton. Well, up in Bremerton. I'm a little bit south from there. But yeah, there's their information if you want to hit them up for anything. Otherwise, I would say it's a good deal. Whoa, zoom out, too close. Yeah, hit them up. See what they got for you. Hopefully you'll be able to get some dirt from them. Pick some up if you catch them at a show. Otherwise, everything's all good here. I do want to give a shout out to our first Patreon, Nick. I want to thank you for your support, bro. I'll be getting some gear out to you. I know everybody's working from home and everything. So I'm just going to send you some goodies for signing up with us. I want to encourage anybody else, you know, hey, jump on the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. I'm going to be giving dirt away. I'm going to give some raffles. If nobody else jumps on this, Nick's going to be getting himself a bag of dirt, yo. So if anybody else wants in on that, jump on the Patreon. $5 a month. I greatly appreciate it. Your donation of $5 will go towards me being able to get more pay dirt. Maybe get some monthly subscription bag set up, and you know, just generally keep the show, keep the channel going here. So far, everything's out of pocket, and I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. This is one of my hobbies, but there's a limit how much the wife will let me buy. So the Patreon stuff goes towards getting me some more dirt so we can do more episodes here. I'm also selling Paydirt, as I've let you guys know a couple times. Blue Moon Paydirt, you're going to find blue gems, sapphires. There is absolutely gold in there. The marketing around the Paydirt kind of focuses on the gems, but don't be confused. These are potentially up to half-gram bags, so you can definitely find some gold in there as well. Upwards of a half-gram plus the gems makes it a really cool bag to go through. So pick one up. Like I say, if you set up on the Patreon, you're being entered for some monthly giveaways on raffles, Paydirt raffles, and just stuff like that. You know, so definitely hit it up. Also, I have merch now. Not the shirt that I'm wearing here today, but I definitely do have some shirts available on Teespring. There will be a link down here in the description, so please check those out. You can get stickers, you can get shirts, and you can get stickers. So if you want to represent the Backyard Prospectors, anybody watching this, you are a member of the Backyard Prospectors, and by all means, grab yourself a sticker and represent so everybody knows that you like doing it in the backyard. Aside from that, I think that's about all I got for you guys today. Had a good time going through the Paydirt, so check it out. If you can find some, sweet. If not, whatever. I had a good time. So yeah, fucking A. Hit like, hit subscribe, like my video. You know, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you get let know when, you know, the next video comes out. And yeah, that's all I got. Fuck out of here. If I don't see you out on the river, I will catch you in the backyard.